Hello, YouTube. I am late once again. We're gonna give it just a minute and see if any of y'all hop on tonight. I'm coming at you from an undisclosed location, but we all know where I am, and this is the lodge. Josiah, what's up? Happy Tuesday. It is still Tuesday, right? Is it still Tuesday? I don't know what day it is anymore, but I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday. Whew. Hello, Colton. What's up? Hydration for the evening. Rambling time. It is definitely rambling time. And I don't know where we're going to start or what we're going to get into tonight, but obviously I am not home. I am coming at you from the sawmill. This is part of the lodge that I'm staying at right now. I'd show you around, but it's a little bit dark, so it's not really much to see other than this really fancy kitchen right behind me, and I've got all this room to feed people in here, so it's pretty cool. Hello, is it still Tuesday or Wednesday? I don't know. It feels like it's this week is going by very fast for me. I've only got a couple more days until people start showing up here, which is just mind blowing. Today I'm at the sawmill, which I already said, but we set up. Most of the rentals came in today. Tomorrow, they finish with all the rentals, and the porta potties come in, and we set up all of the fencing and one thing after another. But it's starting to look like a machine gun shoot around here, which is just wild. I can't believe this is actually happening. It's been a long time coming and a lot of talking about this, so we're very excited. I thought that was the new office. Wouldn't this be nice if it was a new office and I could put my Impala somewhere over here or my wildebeest somewhere over there? That would be pretty cool. They do have some other pretty neat taxidermy downstairs too. This almost very nice. So this is the kitchen area, and then there is a downstairs. It's got like a lounge area, and then over off. Which way does it show up here? Over off this way. I'm like, camera orientation, where are we at? There is bedrooms. So it actually sleeps, I think, 44 people, 44, 48, something like that. There's 12 rooms. Let me try to math here. 12 rooms. I think it used to only have two that had 2 rooms or 2 beds, but now they all have bunks. So yeah, I think it's something like 48 people that it sleeps out here, which is crazy. Or you can camp, which is nice, but pretty cool. Who's on here? Jathan, hi. It's all exciting. It is all exciting. Everything's exciting. Glad you're on here. I don't know. I'm trying to read your name, but it's dark in here, so I can't pronounce it right now, but I'm glad you're on here. Matt, what's up? Glad you're on here. Smash Time's on here. If y'all didn't watch last week, I went live with Smash Time after I went live with you all on Tuesday, and we had a great conversation. Probably could have rambled for like another hour or two, honestly, because that's just my life, and I'm pretty good at talking for the most part. But yeah, it was a great conversation. So if you haven't watched that already, he leaves them up, so go check out our conversation. We talked a lot about machine guns on there too, which is not surprising. But anyway, so I've got jobs to do tonight. So probably while I talk, I'm going to be stuffing badge holders and stuff because I got to do this at some point. And why not while I'm on here with you? Then y'all can chit chat and we can talk about things and stuff and machine guns and South Carolina and I don't know, whatever else we decide to get into. So, hey, I got top 3 on Smash Time. What? Are you voting or does like the public get to vote on the conversations that you have? I'm going to take top 3 either way, but if it was a competition, I was going to send people over there to vote. So where will you have the what does that last word say? Something practice target. I don't know what that, I can't read what you're saying from all the way over here. So, yes, I don't know. Is there ever a bad time to talk about machine guns? I don't think there is. I don't think there is either. However, sometimes, actually, this is a funny story. I'm not going to get into too much of it, but basically, when I was on my way back from Africa, I was having a pretty interesting, tough, like, almost harsh, I don't know, conversation about this event. And so we're sitting in an airport, small airport in Africa. And I kept like, I don't know how to say this the best way. I am very easygoing most of the time, but this was a very like tough conversation I was having, and so I was having to use like my Rachel Stern voice, and I was like, "It is a machine gun shoot." I was having to say machine gun like not quite loud, but I was saying it a little louder than I would have at an airport in Africa. So not a bad time to talk about it, but maybe like a little bit of an uncomfortable situation for anybody that might have been listening that had no idea what we were talking about. I don't know. I don't know. Have you heard of? Have you heard about your Lord and Savior? I can't read all this. I don't know. I don't know if my eyes are getting bad, or if it's just bad lighting in here, or if I'm just tired. Because truthfully, I was asleep at 9:55, and then Chad, the husband, called and was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm supposed to go live in 5 minutes. Let me wake up and run in here." But I got a nap in, so that's exciting. I haven't slept a whole lot here in the last few weeks. So we take naps when we can get them, guys. We take naps when we can get them. Plus, it'll probably be a late night here because I've got quite a few little jobs to do. Like I said, stuffing badge holders, and I need to probably get these out and start stuffing them. But if I can reach them, I don't know. Okay, this was a bad idea. I thought it was going to be easier to get that box out. Also, I was hoping to have all of our door prizes and all of our fun things that we're giving away. I was hoping to have them like out for you to see, but I did not get there today. I did not get everything unloaded. So Ray is asking, since I'm at the sawmill now, have I had a chance to go and enjoy downtown Greenville? No, I haven't. I pretty much drove straight here on Monday, and then I left today for like a short minute, and then tomorrow I'll have to run to the store probably a couple times. But no, I'm probably not going to get to Greenville this trip. Although I know there's like a pretty big event happening in Greenville this weekend also, with like food festival and music. So we've got the daytime entertainment out here with machine guns, and you can send yourself on to Greenville for the nightlife. But no, I probably won't get out there this trip. I have spent quite a bit of time in Greenville, and I do plan to come back and spend more. I've got some pretty good friends that live out here, and I'm not a big city fan, but if you're gonna be in a city, I really like Greenville because there's like a really beautiful river that runs straight through it, and it almost doesn't feel quite city-like until you look around and realize there's pretty tall buildings all around. So I can see the appeal. If you were going to live in a city, I can see the appeal of Greenville. But that was a really long way of me saying, no, I'm not going to probably make it down there this trip. Probably not. So what have you all been up to? It's been a week. Any exciting news? Anybody doing anything exciting? Any kind of travel coming up? It's we're deep into, well, not deep into fall, but you know, it's October now. It's festival season and fall season, and I have not even bought a single daggum pumpkin, which is pretty crazy for me because I am. Hi, my name is Rachel, and I am a pumpkin addict. I think I probably bought like 30 pumpkins last year for Halloween, and we've talked about this a time or two on here. I was actually looking, and I still have one of the pumpkins I bought in Vermont last year. It hasn't died yet. I don't know how, but yeah, I found it today, and I was like, oh, that's the pumpkin we bought in Vermont, and it's not rotten or gross yet. That's pretty crazy. It's been over a year because we were there in September of last year, and we bought it at a roadside stand, so that's pretty crazy. I'm growing a mustache, if that counts as exciting. Hey, you know what? That is exciting. That's exciting. Any like particular style of mustache you're going for, or just seeing what you can do? Like, is there going to be like handlebar situation? I don't know a bunch of other mustache names, so we're just going to stop there. I'm going to go to the stuffing of the badges. Fall for Greenville is this weekend. Yeah, that's what it is. Greenville is a nice place. Sorry, you won't get a chance to. Yeah, there's not going to probably be a whole lot of relaxing at all for me this time, but that's okay because this is what I signed up for, right? We'll be fine. But I am a little sad because if there's going to be a festival, it'd be fun to go to. But yeah, I'm not going to make it there this time. Also, I will say, in planning a machine gun shoot the same weekend as fall for Greenville, very interesting with trying to get a rentals company and a porta potty company and food trucks. We had a little scare from time to time with the food truck situation, but everything is very well in that area. We've got a hot dog truck, a barbecue truck. I can't remember, homegrown something or another is coming out here. An ice cream truck is coming out here both days, and then I've got coffee and who am I missing? Oh, a wood fire pizza, something like that. All the food. So we should be taken care of in that regard. And then I have never in my life spent so much money on chocolate and chips. It's like the craziest thing ever. And I still need to go buy some more drinks just to make sure there's stuff out here to eat, drink, and snack on. But yeah, we went and did like the bulk order of snacks and stuff just to have like to sell for $1 out here or whatever. It's mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing how much money I spent on chocolate. Also, chocolate's just expensive for some reason, which is crazy. Sunday, went to my gun club fall jamboree. Hey, that's fun. 22 rifle competition and shot pop cans out of the air with my Sega 12. Hey, that sounds like a party. That sounds awesome. Or they like full cans, so when you shot them, they went off. Anyway, that was my sound effect for the evening. It sounds like a really fun time, though. We had this past week. Where we at? Last Thursday, we had our range's banquet dinner, which was really nice. It was the first one that we did separate from Friends of the NRA. I won't get too far into Friends of the NRA, but basically Friends of the NRA started doing some weird stuff where no matter what you did at your banquet, you had to pay the Friends of the NRA like $11,000 or something or another. And then the range doesn't get like any of that back to actually use towards your youth shooting programs and whatnot. So we did it ourselves, and really proud of everybody at my range for working towards what they did do. I wish I could have been a little more involved, but with everything going on here, I was still there and I still walked around and did raffles and stuff. But I'm just excited for the turnout that they had and excited to do another one next year and see what all we can do with the money we raise. Should be a lot of good. Yeah. What's up? Are you in a restaurant? No, I'm not in a restaurant. This is actually the lodge at the Sawmill Training Complex in Lawrence, South Carolina. This is the home of All American Machine Gun Shoot and Gun Show this year. So I moved in here Monday. I am taking up resident in one of the bunkhouses here. Nobody else is here yet, I don't think. I saw one of the doors was open, so hopefully I'm not keeping somebody up with my rambling. Because it definitely carries here. But no, I'm not in a restaurant. Although it would be, there's a lot going on here. A lot of space. I just realized there was a TV behind me too. That's pretty cool. Yep, and grilled out. That sounds nice. Got my car license renewal today. Very, very good. Is there a posted schedule of what's going on at the machine gun shoot? There is. We have to make a couple edits though because I've got bad news about our live entertainment today. Got canceled. So we did have a 2-hour concert in between the main live fire from. I'll go over in just a second. I'm gonna take a sip of water before we go through this spiel. I was going to make that really dramatic, and then I realized I'd probably choke. So I did not fully commit. But, all right. So, machine gun shoot. So, basically, not that we have to worry about it at all. So Thursday setup day for all of my vendors, sponsors. Everybody comes into town, which is exciting. I can't wait to see this place fill up with people and just see everything set up. So then Friday we open the gates to the main road at 7 a.m. to get people in here, get them parked. We'll open up registration for folks to come through at I believe at 8. We're gonna start running that, and then nothing really starts up until 9 a.m. 9 a.m. We'll say a word of prayer and national anthem, and then machine gun shooting starts up. So everything opens at 9 a.m. Our main firing line will go hot. Our vendor area will open up, and then all of our side range spaces where our sponsors will be are going to be opening up. So we've got folks like, LMT Defense, Rugged Suppressors, Barrett, Glock, Mid-Georgia Gunsmithing and Claptrap Armory, Triple F Firearms are all going to be set up on different range spaces. And then Battle Buddy 3 Gun is going to be running their signature stage during that time. Who else? What am I missing? DNA Guns is our rental company that we're working through for machine gun rentals. He'll open up everything at 9 a.m. as well. And then same for our vendor village. All of that opens. We've got a completely sold out vendor tent, which is insane. I cannot believe it. We also have other vendors set up in 10 by 10s and a few up in between our two main buildings that are going to be underneath the awning. And all of that opens up. So all that opens up at 9 a.m. The shooting on the main firing line will run in intervals of 30 minutes up until 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, they will go cold for 2 hours, and we'll set up for the night shoot. We've got a pyrotechnics team coming in, and there's going to be a little bit of lights and action going on. So I wouldn't call it a fireworks show, but it will be something exciting. There will be tracers and a little bit of something to wake you up a little bit. I'm excited for that part. So all that starts up at 5 p.m. We'll run national anthem, word of prayer for the night shoot, and then the range will go hot at 5 for the night shoot. And then as the range goes hot for the night shoot, everything else shuts down. So at that point, it's really just a spectators event. You can watch if you want to, or you can head home. I will say night shoots are always fun to watch. I feel like fireworks in general cool, but this has like everything. So very excited about that. During the day, like I was saying, there's several things going on. So we've got a subgun, the All American subgun run is happening. That's a pre-registered event. If you're interested in competing with that, just send us an email. We also have our different vendors are going to be running little challenges and whatnot. So Rugged Suppressors is doing an MP5 challenge to win one of their Obsidian 9 suppressors. And then Brown L's is going to be set up. They are doing giveaways all weekend for 50 rounds through an M2, which is a lot of people's bucket list gun. So definitely if you're coming by, you're going to want to enter that. It's just an enter to win giveaway. You don't have to do anything but write your name down and probably your email. I don't know. But Cody from Brown L's will have all of that figured out. And I'm sure he's excited to see everybody. We'll also have USCCA set up. They're going to be doing giveaways. And Advanced Warrior Solutions is going to be set up doing all sorts of stuff. There's a lot going on. High caliber weaponry will be set up. And then I cannot even begin to run through all of our vendors in our tent. It's a great lineup. There are so many folks that used to go out to the creek that are coming out for this one. And we're just absolutely thrilled that they are trusting us and believing in this crazy vision. And yeah, we're just excited to, like I said, I'm just excited to see it fill up with everybody. These next 48 hours are probably going to be insane. I am glad I got that little hour and a half nap before I hopped on here, because I'm probably going to be up for a while tonight. Anyway, so that is kind of our schedule of events. The event both days goes 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Food trucks come in around 11. We'll have a couple of folks in here earlier. Black Smoke Coffee is going to be set up out here, which will be nice because we all need a little caffeine in our life. I need a lot. I'm living off of caffeine and concealer right now, which is also why I'm wearing a hat, because I'm hoping you can't see the dark circles under my eyes. But we're making it. You can't see very well. I I can't see very well. I think it says you got your relic license removed, so that's cool. What kind of car was this for? Max, glad you're on here. I'm sorry you're late too, because I rambled quite a bit before you hopped on here. Um, Ray, it sounds like it's going to be a great time. I sure hope it is. It feels like it's going to be a great time to me. I don't know how much of all the events I'm going to get to enjoy, just because I know I'm going to be running from area to area, trying to fill in where I can. I do wish I had a little bit more staff. But it's our first year, and I know there's going to be kinks. I'm trying to tell myself that, but the perfectionist side of me is like, oh no, we're missing everything. But I'm sure it's going to be a great time. And I'm very excited. I'm just really honestly excited to see everybody get out here. And I hope that it's a great time and something that everybody remembers and enjoys. But it's still just really wild to think about the fact that we're actually doing this. I was looking back. I got a notification today from Facebook from 9 years ago when I met all of the tactical girls out at Knob Creek. And I cannot tell you how daggum excited I was to meet these tactical girls because I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with me, but I just always loved the fact that like you can be like sexy with a gun. And so when I discovered the tactical girls at I think I was 18 when I discovered that they existed. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I want to be when I grow up. Because I already wanted to be, like Laura Croft or something. So when I saw them, I was like, wow, they were real life Laura Croft. And then I got to meet them at Knob Creek and take a picture with them. I still talk to Michelle every now and then, but she's in that picture from like 9 years ago. But yeah, little baby Rachel in that picture is like cheesing ear to ear, just so excited to be meeting the tactical girls at Knob Creek. And I'm sure she would never believe now that we are about to hold a very similar event. So very, very crazy. Max, it's okay. You'll go back and rewatch. Bless you for going back and rewatching. You can tell me how scattered I was. Philip, you're late too. What in the world? So it is my fault though, because I was late. And I forgot to actually schedule this, but it's Tuesday. We should know that sometime between 10 p.m. and maybe 10:45 or something, I'm going to hop on here, right? Except for the couple weeks that I didn't. So I like to keep you all on your toes. Is she going to jump on? Is she not going to jump on? How late is she going to be? Maybe we should start taking bets. That could be fun. I don't know. We'll throw that one out there. But yeah, so we're here. We're doing this. I don't know why, but I really love the tent that we have. I just think it's really neat. It's got like wooden posts and stuff. And I used to do pageant coordinating for Hooters back in the day, which I think that I've been training for this my entire life. When I look back on some of the stuff that I've done, it's kind of wild to think about. So I used to help on the pageant coordinating side. And then once my friend Brittany left, I actually took over pageant coordinating for our location and still competed in the pageant. So if you can imagine preparing mentally and physically for a pageant on top of the actual preparation to run the pageant, I think I've always been overloading myself. So I think, like I said, I think I've been training for something like this my entire life. But there were times where, I'm up until like all night stuffing badge holders and doing table organizing is what I was about to say. Organizing, all sorts of stuff. And then also having to run to the gym and make sure I did this so that I would look a certain way for the pageant, and being on a very specific diet, and probably not eating enough and probably drinking too much of caffeine. So I think maybe some of that is making me less nervous for this at this point. Although 2 weeks ago, I would have said something completely different. And bless my husband for putting up with me during this shoot, because the emotions have been very high at different times. But right now I'm like oddly calm. I don't know. Something's weird. It does always feel better to be on location too, because you can physically see and identify like areas that need extra attention. And when you're at home, it's like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's being done. I can't touch it or see it. So is it real? Anyway, but in case y'all didn't know, yeah, I used to run the pageant side of things too, and try to compete, which I don't think that's the best idea looking back. It was way too much. It was way too much to try to do. There was one time though where I showed up to pageant and I had left. So there was always a costume round and then a swimsuit round, and I left my costume at the hotel I was staying at. So we're like 20 minutes from going live, and they're running through all the like briefings with the girls and doing lineup and whatnot. And I think I drew number 2 because that year the first one I did I was 3. The second one I did I was either 2 or 1. I think I was 2. Anyway, so number 2. We're 20 minutes from time, and then I realized, oh, you forgot to pack your costume. So what the heck are you about to do? I had to run back to the hotel. It was crazy. I think after that, the next pageants I was running, I kept having all these dreams that I couldn't find something or couldn't get something or had to go to Walmart last minute, and always just really strange dreams leading up to this, which I'm surprised I haven't had around this. I don't know. Flashbacks to pageantry. Anyway, what's going on in the comments? I think it sounds like a great time. I wish I could make it down south for it maybe another year. Well, as soon as this one's done, we're gonna try to lock in those dates for 2023. So maybe next year, and you'll have more time because some of this we always had the dates picked out for this one, but there was definitely a lot of up in the airs here and there. So finalizing things and being very confident about saying, yes, this is happening here on this date. I was a little late to the party for that this year for sure. But I do plan on having much more time for this next year. Speaking of machine guns, what is the best machine gun for use against T-Rexes? I mean, you can't go wrong with an M2, I don't think. For a T-Rex, I think you got some options there. I can see an MG42 against a T-Rex going the right way. That's awesome. You're basically Laura Croft traveling the world, guns blazing. Love it. I like that description. Thank you. Hyping me up tonight. Colton, praying for your success. Thank you so much. I will take all the prayers and all the thoughts that y'all can send my way. Also, something we didn't talk about. So, wild week, right? Last week, things were looking a certain direction. I was supposed to be down at Port Malabar Rifle and Pistol Club for Battle Buddy 3 gun, and Tuesday, everything was fine. Wednesday, I had to rush my mom to, I don't even know what day it is. Anyway, last week I had to rush my mom to the hospital, which absolute curveball last minute. She's okay now. She is home now. She's still not feeling 100%. We're still waiting on a lot of her tests to come back. But my mom was kind of the rock behind a lot of the administration side of this event. So that we're not going to talk about this too much because I'm going to stress out. But that was definitely like an added curveball, and obviously just like the concern. My mom was sick when I got to her to get her to the hospital. I've never seen her so sick or like discolored in my life. So that was pretty spooky, pretty scary. Anyway, but like I said, she's home. She's, for the most part, like her personality and her the way she talks and carries herself is back, but she definitely has like moments right now where she's very definitely not feeling well. So I will take all the prayers that I can get between that. And then shortly after that, my grandmother fell and is having surgery. She broke her leg. So everyone around me is falling apart, but we're working through it too. So I will take all the extra prayers. I'm trying to compartmentalize some of these things a little bit just because the event we've got in front of us is really large. But also because of all these things, I didn't make it down to Port Malabar, and I hate that I missed it because I love Battle Buddies and I love what they're doing, and I wanted to be there so bad. But I just couldn't go. So I ended up missing it, which is a real bummer. And I know Brian understood, but like the other side of me, I hate letting people down, and I felt like I was letting them down. So I am bummed that I missed that. It looks like they had an absolute blast out there too, which I know they did, but I am sad that I got to miss seeing everybody. One of my battle buddies from last year, John, was out there, and he went back. So I'm so glad that he was able to get connected with them. Very cool. M2 will do a number on a T-Rex. I agree. Yeah, I think definitely it will. I think also for like something armored, like a Triceratops gone rogue or something. I personally think that you could probably train a. I would like to train a Triceratops to be on my side, but if your enemy had a, if your enemy had a Triceratops, you're gonna want something armor piercing too. So think about that one. Always. What are we reading? I always have dreams about still being in the army and being forced to deploy, and when I'm supposed to be getting. Oh no, I hate dreams like that. Every now and then, I have a dream that I never actually graduated high school, and then I'm like whatever age I am currently back in high school trying to finish things, and I don't know why, because nothing there would matter at this point anyway. The work I do isn't high school graduate dependent. There's really nothing there that should be a fear, but I have a recurring nightmare about not graduating high school. But I did graduate high school, and I know I did, and everything's fine there. So I hate that dream, though. I hate that dream. Charlie, did you forget to bring anything I can grab? Charlie, I got a list. I I have so many things that I need to run and grab. I also got to figure out which stores are closest to here, so I can like figure all that out. But absolutely, I'll pray for you. My grandma fell too. Oh no, I hate to hear that. 95-year-old hit her head on the corner of a dresser. Oh my gosh. Oof. I'm sorry to hear that. My grandma, I think it was. I can't not even tell you when it was. Anyway, she fell and hit her face. And it was just so bad. She's okay from that though. That's been a little while now. But oof, I hate that. I hope her gash heals very quickly. Let's pray for all the grandmas to have sturdy legs. We need that. If the enemy has a Triceratops, I want an A10. Yeah, I like it. At least you got a plan. A man with a plan. I like it. T-Rex versus Bradley. Okay, we can make that work. My multitasking abilities is not going well. I've done exactly 4 of these. But you know what? It's okay, because I think I needed this little break to like chit chat and ramble. Yeah, I think I did. I'm thinking back to those potato chips I bought. And okay, I don't like this, but this is just how life works. I had to buy Pepsi for this event. Ugh. I am so not a Pepsi person. But Coke let me down because they were just so much daggum more expensive than Pepsi was. So I went the Pepsi route. I hope that everybody attending does not mind. But if you do mind, you just don't have to buy it. So totally won't hurt my feelings. Also, it just got chilly. Oh, that didn't work. I was trying to get my jacket on. How about a little cannon? I think you should always have a little cannon. Philip, I don't know what you said, but I missed it. Pepsi is my favorite. Adam, if this event goes bust and I'm left over with hundreds of Pepsis, let me know where to send them because I'm not going to drink them. I did, for the most part, like I said, I've never spent this much money on chips or candy, but I did, for the most part, try to pick things that if for some reason nobody showed up and nobody needed potato chips and nobody needed any kind of candy, what would I actually eat? And while I could never in my life see myself consuming this much chocolate and potato chips, I did buy things that for the most part I like, especially like M&Ms and Reese's. And at least we have Halloween coming up here in a little bit. I could be that house that's got king size candy bars and make all the children smile. But yeah, I did restrain myself just a little bit because when I first got to the store and I started buying potato chips, I was like, everybody's going to want Doritos. That's going to be the one. But then I was like, no, you're going to want Doritos because hi, my name is Rachel, and I'm also a Dorito addict, and I like to dip them in ketchup if we need to get that out of to clear the air and tell you who I really am as a person. Anyway, so I think I had 200 individual pack Doritos by themselves, and then I also had these variety packs that had an additional zillion Doritos in them, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'm overdoing the Dorito side of this just a little bit. I don't know what people actually eat. Maybe next year I'm gonna consult y'all and be like, hey, I need potato chip pulls here, and y'all can tell me what people eat the most, because it's hard to decide. It's hard to decide what you need. I also I was very impressed with Amazon because I used them a lot this year for this event. I got a pallet of water, and I thought it was supposed to be here today. Not today, tomorrow or Thursday. And it showed up last Thursday, which was nice, except I had no idea it was coming in, or I would have warned the range. But at least it made it. It got here in like 48 hours within I think I ordered it Tuesday. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday, and it got here by Thursday. And I think it was coming from Texas. So that was wild. But nobody's gonna go thirsty on my watch. We're definitely stocked with waters and drinks and food trucks and other stuff. Where are we at in the comments? I'm a Dr. Pepper man. Josiah, we are very much alike. I am a Dr. Pepper. I'm not a man, but I'm going to go with it. I'm a Dr. Pepper man too. It rolls off the tongue easier than Dr. Pepper woman. But, and it's 2022, right? I can say whatever I want. Swamp Dog Armory, not able to stay long. Oh no, campfire sounds fun though. I hope you enjoy it. Elk steak sounds really nice. I'm not going to tell you what I ate for dinner because that elk steak's making me jealous. Any jalapeno chips, send my way. So there was a lot of variety packs with like the zesty chips or whatever, or bold flavored chips. I did not do those. I kind of went a little bit original. But I do have like sour cream and onion and Cheetos and Doritos. I don't even think I have I don't think I have Doritos Cool Ranch. I think they're all nacho cheese, and I'm not mad about that because I do not like the Cool Ranch ones. But I know a lot of people do, so I would have gotten them if there was a variety pack with them, but oops. I don't, excuse me. I'm going to keep those to a minimum this time, guys. Wait, that was 2 back-to-back, excuse me. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it this weekend, but still hoping to make it. Okay, well, I'm hoping you still make it too, but obviously take care of your family first and foremost, and I know there's been car trouble, so just be safe. If you can't make it this year, we will miss you terribly, but we are hoping for that second year and to continue this on. So I can't make any promises because you never know what's going to happen, but I promise we're going to do everything we try to make this happen multi-years. So pray for that spirit of Dorito oppression to be cast into the lake of fire. Y'all are wild. Rachel, ever tried Dorito taco salad with ground venison? No, but that sounds delicious. Sounds like something I need to do. Dan, you're making me hungry. I'm making you hungry, or Swamp Dog's making you hungry? Because he's the one with elk steaks. That sounds delicious. Definitely want to be a part of it if it continues. Yes, and we want you to be part of it if it continues, especially with this 3D stuff you're doing. This would be super cool, especially with like the pyro we have. That would be so neat. I'm up to like 6 of these badges stuffed now. What? The multitasking has begun. We're making it happen. Not if, when it continues. I like it. Let's all put that out there. Colton, thank you. I appreciate that. Haven't had dinner and not hungry. Okay. Well, I don't know if I should hope that you get hungry or just say great, because hungry is not really the best feeling. But eating when you're hungry also isn't the best feeling. So if you're not hungry, then even better, right? Although I have not, so I've been having trouble remembering to eat with this event. I like wake up and go straight to the caffeine, and then I stop the caffeine. I don't know. Basically, I get busy, and then around 3 o'clock every day, I'm like, oh, I don't think I ever ate today. Maybe I should probably do that. And then we run from there, which is probably, contributing to my sleepiness. I'm going to need to hibernate for like seriously a month or something after this. If you don't see me on here for a little while, I'm alive. I'm just recovering. Wow, we still got a lot of. I guess I got so much time to talk tonight. This tonight would have been a good night to have somebody join me if I was gonna ever have a duo chat thing here. That would have been cool. Oh, I do have some special guests coming in this weekend too. So tomorrow, family starts moving in here with me. Julia moves in here with me, and I'm excited for that because it'll be nice to have some other people here to like feed off of their energy, because I'm very definitely somebody that can feed off of energy. If you're excited around me, I'm probably going to be more excited. And just having somebody to like talk to while I do these things that would keep me awake. At least, oh no, why are we yawning? This is terrible. Wake up. I should have had some caffeine ready tonight, but I very definitely was asleep at 9:55 when Chad called me. So being only 15 minutes late to this, I think deserves a little pat on the back, right? Only 15 minutes late for being asleep at 9:55. What? Been hunting. The only thing I killed was a rattlesnake. Oh my gosh, I want to see a rattlesnake in the wild so bad. I feel like that would be awesome. I have not done that yet or seen that yet. Saw a lot of bears. Worked. Where are you again? Bears and rattlesnakes. Worked a spike and cow in the rain a couple weeks ago. So far, I've been cutting firewood. Goodness, you got a lot going on. Good couple days without eating and it didn't bother me. Goodness. Oh, I do get that way when I'm stressed too. You're like so focused on other things, and then not eating actually makes it worse. But yeah. Charlie, are there any shade trees out there? Yeah, there's a couple of nice, good shade trees out here. We also have like a zillion tents, so I don't think you're gonna have any trouble finding shade. Also, it's looking like we might get a little bit of rain tomorrow. I just looked out the window thinking I'd be able to tell, but you very definitely cannot see out that window right now because it's just a reflection of me. So, and other than that, it's very dark out there. But it's supposed to rain tomorrow for a little bit, and then which is nice because it'll wet the woods down. So hopefully less chance of any kind of sparks catching anything. And then Thursday, it was calling for rain, but it moved off, which is awesome. And now it's looking like very nice days, high of like 70, 71 for the machine gun shoot. So praying for beautiful weather and a great time. And the only thing I would say bring is there are a lot of gnats. So if you want to bring like some kind of bug spray or something, I would recommend that. Jathan, did I see a helicopter out there on Facebook? Yes. So there is a helicopter out here right now. There was a previous event here this past weekend, and a helicopter broke down right in the middle of LMT Defense's range. So I am hoping that they're able to get that up and running and moved off of that range tomorrow. But we were talking, so next year, I've already been talking with a couple of helicopter companies because I would like to have something going on with them involved. I don't know if American Huey 369 would be able to come down again. I loved the guys from there. I've done quite a few Huey rides through them, and then I know they're in the process of building out a really nice facility and everything. So I'd love to have them involved if at all possible. If not, there's a couple of other helicopter folks here. One in South Carolina and then one just south of Atlanta, closer to where I live, that I'm going to be talking to about trying to do something where we can do rides, because who doesn't love a Huey ride? And if you haven't been on one, you're going to love it. So it's just, you just have to. But yeah, you did see a helicopter, not part of the event, but unless they're not out of here before Friday, and then I don't know what we'll do, but it will be part of the event then. I saw on your Instagram when you drove up to the range, I saw a helicopter. Yeah. Okay, so a couple of y'all saw that helicopter. I did get a few emails today asking about a helicopter, so they must have all seen that too. Not part of the event. I wish it was, but yeah, not part of the event. Excuse me. Is there muddy parking? Should I check my winch? I don't think we're gonna have to worry about muddy parking. there is, so the few areas that, the few areas out here that they've been working on, most of them are ranges and berm improvements. There is like an overflow parking area where we'll probably put trailers that's behind a few of the ranges. So I know we'll drop those. I don't think we'll have to worry about them getting stuck though. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if you want to have it just in case, it's not the worst idea. Could use the helicopter as a machine gun target. I don't think these people would like that, but yeah, I don't know. We'll put a ribbon beside it and say, "Do not shoot over here." I don't know. I'm just kidding. If these people ever watch this, we're very definitely not going to shoot your helicopter. I promise. But it is right in the middle of LMT Defense's scheduled range, so kind of nerve-wracking. Tanks for next year's event. So I've talked with so many people, but some of it was very last minute. I've talked to National Guard here in South Carolina. I've talked with, who else did I talk with? Some of the South Carolina military vehicle collectors. I've talked with Rick Dickerson that used to go out to Knob Creek. I talked with him. I think some people are going to come up and set up camps with military vehicles. I don't know if I can get the tanks out here, but Rick always had them at Knob Creek. I just don't know what the distance is. I don't want to overstress people, but I want all of that. I want this to be an event that you can get hands-on with some things or just see it, and it sparks interest when you're younger or really any age in life. But I want this to be interactive for people and something that you can get excited about and, maybe try something you never have or see something done that you've never seen. We're working to make it really neat next year. I think everything will be great for this year, but my mind is already on next year because I know how much time and potential we have to make this even bigger and even more hands-on, and just really excited for it. Just really excited. Living an excited life right now. Also a very dry one because I have not had enough water. Get Battlefield Vegas. That would be a very long trip for them to come out here. But not the worst idea. There are a lot of military vehicle collectors over on this side. I could probably get in contact with the ones from Georgia. The guy from South Carolina that I spoke to, he put me in contact, or he pointed me in the right direction of a couple of military vehicle groups that actually do like off-roading, which could be super cool because Sawmill actually backs up to a place called the Gulches, which is like an off-roading area. I don't know if they do stuff like that, but that would be super neat. Yeah, there's so many things that we could do around this event. It's pretty wild. Invite the National Guard. I did invite them. I have not heard back. They would have only been able to come out Friday, I think. So still waiting to hear back. We're only a couple days out. I doubt they're going to be able to make it at this point. And we were definitely late to the conversation to get them out here. But if they could, it would be really awesome to have them out here. How are you doing today? I'm great. I'm awake. I'm smiling. I'm not crying or stressed. Well, might be a little stressed out. That could have been a distruth there for a second. It got close. But yeah, I'm doing great. Battlefield Vegas was in Oshkosh, Wisconsin for EAA this year. Oh, too neat. Okay. That's awesome. I feel like I just missed so many events this last weekend because I know Battle Buddy 3 Gun had their event in Florida, and then it was also TriggerCon, which I missed, and Clash Bash in Texas. So there was a lot of daggum things going on this past weekend. I'm sad I missed them, but I very definitely need to be at home taking care of mom. So not sad about that. I'm glad that I'm honestly really glad that I have a flexible job and was actually able to go get her this past week. Very thankful for that because she was ill, guys. She was very ill. There's a potential surgery coming up. I don't know. If we want to pray about that, I would appreciate that. Because my mom definitely carries the family in a lot of ways. But, oh man, see, I was late to the party tonight, so my timer and my clock are not lining up on the do I jump off or not. And I still have a lot of badge holders, so honestly, I'm willing to sit here and chit chat until y'all get tired of me. A vehicle show with prizes would bring them out. Yeah, it would. I've had so many ideas of stuff we could do, but I'm gonna need staff if I'm gonna do all these ideas. Because like I know in the event to find food trucks. So I'll give you a little bit of the rundown, the behind the scenes of machine gun shoot planning. Also, I dropped my top. So 2 weeks ago, I had 3 of the 6 food trucks that I had scheduled to come out here cancel on me. How exciting. If you have ever done any business with food trucks, then you know that especially during the fall, there's a lot going on for them, and most of them have their weekends filled up. So there was a point where I was like, oh my gosh, what do we do about food? Do I call like a local church? Because churches have different laws in South Carolina on food preparation. Then like I could not, I would have to do all sorts of stuff if I wanted to get a team out here to cook and sell food. Versus like if a church came out here, they can do that because they're a nonprofit. So anyway, there are all sorts of laws and hoops and jumps and stuff that would have had to go through. So I was running through all of that. And then I emailed one food truck, and he was just such a nice man and put me in contact with like 3 others. And one of them was able to come. And then I actually got the pizza guy today, came in and booked just Friday because he had availability. But it is just wild, like how things have worked out, and like, you just have to roll with it. The amount of times that I've like stressed out, I'm not going to say I cried over anything, but I might have cried over something. But just like so much stress, right? Because I want everything to be nice for people and them to genuinely enjoy this event and want to come back next year. And part of that involves having food here. So when the 3 food trucks canceled, I was like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Whoever comes out here and serves food is going to make some money. And then now I think we're like very comfortably set with the amount of food we have coming out. Anyway, yeah, it's been wild. So that's like one of the mini hoops and jumps that we've had for this event. That and the pyro. That's been really interesting. Honestly, everything in South Carolina, as far as like the permitting and the different licenses you have to have for different things, doing business outside of your home state, all these things. It's just been a very, very, very good, exciting learning experience. Where are we? What are we talking about? Place called Machine Gun Montana. They have a similar event. I'm gonna have to hit all these things up next year, I think. Maybe that's where part of this channel goes. We go to machine gun shoots and we talk about them and enjoy them and review them and highlight them, because I'm finding out through planning this event, I found out about probably 10 other machine gun shoots that happen across the country that I had no idea, because a lot of them don't like do any sort of advertisement for the most part. So yeah, very exciting. Don't go to bed until about 12 a.m. Central Time. That is more power to you. I can't say anything about bedtime so recently, because like I said, I took a nap today. Yesterday, I think I slept from maybe 10 to 12, and then I was up until almost 6 a.m. and then I slept for a couple hours and then got up and started working. So my schedule is all over the place. I don't really know when I go to bed anymore. Oh, thank you for the prayers. I appreciate that. Get an event planner to come make food for you. That would be amazing. I actually did have an event coordinator on this event for a little while, but there was a couple of job changes involved, and then she ended up moving to Connecticut and just couldn't handle her new job plus this. So just one of the many hoops and jumps that we've had for this event, but running through it. Next year, I know Knob Creek used to have like staff and stuff that ran food for them, so that was nice. Ron, what's up? Glad you're on here. Glad you stopped by. We're stuffing badge holders and chit-chatting about food and the stresses of life, the stresses of machine gun shoots, which I think means I need to take to the Bren, because that's what you do when the stresses of life set in. We take to the Bren. Which I know there is a Bren coming out here with a couple of magazines with my name on them. So if I get a minute to run away from the stresses of running the shoot, I am very definitely going to be taking to the Bren. Part of the plan. I have a song stuck in my head right now, and I try to Google. I only know like one line in the song. Sorry, I have music playing in the background, and it's just reminding me of this. I have the song stuck in my head, and I have one line out of the song, but the line is so generic that I tried to search it, and like six others. Honestly, none of the bands that were pulled up were even remotely close to the kind of band that would have sung the song. So I'm just lost, and it's bothering me that I can't remember it, but I can remember the tune, like how you sing it, but you can't tell your phone the tune anyway. I don't know if I'll ever figure it out, but I've got that song stuck in my head, and it's driving me crazy. So I'm listening to like a very different playlist right now that would have had this song in there, I think, unless I'm just that off, but hopefully I figure it out, because if not, this song will probably stay stuck in my head for like a year. And I'll be singing that one line, and I will drive everybody around me crazy because I only know the one line. So for the good of the quality of life of everybody involved with me for the near future, we need to know what this song is. Jack and Pepsi works too. What does that work for? Sleeping? Maybe? Sounds like a plan, although Pepsi, ugh. But if that's what you choose, I mean, for stress, yeah. Yeah, that or maybe a glass of wine. I will say, when I was on the CMMG trip, I had 2 glasses of wine at the welcome party, and it was just enough to like relax. And then I got the best sleep that I've had in months after those 2 glasses of wine. Very, very nice. I'm definitely about that. Well, I will take the Pepsi home. I can bring Dr. Pepper. Charlie, I might have to get with you on doing a drink run and maybe a drink trade. Because I tried to do a bulk order of drinks. But I don't know why, but the bulk order of drinks made the drinks cost more, like double what they would have cost at just like a normal store. So I didn't do it, and I'm just doing like small runs because I am very against like charging people a ridiculous amount for things. So I'm trying to keep like food stuff at a normal amount. At least I think it's a normal amount. Like I've got chips are like $1, water's $1. Just, small stuff just to cover everything. But yeah, the chocolate and the chocolate and the Cokes are probably the most expensive thing we have, which is just crazy. What are the lyrics to this song? I cannot tell you the lyrics to the song, because if I tell you the lyrics to the song, I'm going to have to sing it, and nobody wants to hear me try to sing. Yeah. How many people are you expecting? Great question. I almost stuffed the little card in this bag right here. I don't actually know how many people we're expecting. So we did not do ticket pre-sales this year. Just with a couple of hiccups with partnerships and whatnot, we were not able to do pre-sales. So I know just between like staff and vendors and sponsors and whatnot and shooters, we have well over 200 people coming out. And then I'm expecting probably an additional 500 maybe per day, maybe more. I really don't know. It's hard to gauge. All I can really see is like in the last 2 weeks, like the interest in this event has like shot up. I was looking at analytics for stuff today, and it's pretty crazy. I just don't know if that means people are coming or if they are wanting to come or just trying to see what we're going to do. I really have no way to gauge it. So I wish that we had some sort of like pre-register or pre-sale or something, but we were not able to do that this year. So, oh boy, I'm gonna need something to sip on if we're gonna be singing some karaoke on here. Maybe that'll be what I do on Thursday nights. Karaoke time. Although Nobody's ready for that, guys. I think Google or someone has a search feature that lets you hum or does it? I almost choked when I did that. Does it have a hum or a sing? I'm gonna have to look into that, definitely. I just remembered so I'm not gonna go down and get it, but I am very pretty sure that so in my Amazon orders, there was all sorts of stuff I had to get, like lighting batons for people to do like directional things, or I got them for the main firing line too for the night shoot side, so we can have like light up batons so you can see like, yes, we're ready, or no, we're not ready. Something visible and verbal, so we've got all the areas covered because it's going to be dark. Anyway, I found a megaphone, an Uzi megaphone, and I may or may not have bought that only because it says Uzi on it. And I don't think that's a problem at all. The same Rachel that was like counting pennies in some areas was like, yeah, this much for a megaphone that says Uzi on it? Take my money. Yes, please. What can I say? I'm an Uzi girl. A lot of y'all really think you might love it if I sang, but I promise you, I am doing you a favor by not singing. Yeah. You're welcome. You are welcome. I keep turning these things the wrong way. I'm also thinking I should have gone with like lanyards or pins. What are they called? Safety pins instead of these things because they might fall off. Although, no, I think that works. I think we can make this work. These are my little staff badges, which I don't think anybody's going to put it on their hat this way, but if they needed to, it works. I think the comments keep messing up or something. Oh, yeah, the commercial for Google, the person hums a song to Backstreet Boys, and the phone plays it. Okay, yeah, we're going to try this. I'm not going to try it right now, but I thought I saw a car coming. Sing, y'all, or what is this? Peer pressure. Goodness. Oh, I need to like warm up the vocal cords, do a little note, something or another. Yeah, we're not singing. We're not singing. But I appreciate the enthusiastic comments. I can't read that one. What is this? The U? Philip, you okay over there? Maybe we'll do, so what I might do tomorrow, after we finish setting some stuff up, if I have time in the evening, I may go live and just walk y'all through the range space. If I do this, though, it would be on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, I am letting you know today that I'm probably going to go live at some point. So if you want to join, I think it sends notifications when I go live over there. But it would just be the easiest way for me to like walk around and go live instead of this fancy setup I've got here with my new I brought my camera, my fancier camera, and I brought my lights too, but this area is so big that the light kind of bounces. So anyway, I got distracted by the if you sing, we'll bring your new Dr. Pepper and ammo. What kind of bribery is this? What kind of song do you want? Do you want like a country song? You want an opera song? I can get my vocal cords warmed up any way I need to. Dr. Pepper and ammo. You've got me figured out. Linkin Park lead singer never warmed up before a concert. Well, some people are musically talented and some people are not. I actually have on my mom's side, my cousin and my uncle. My uncle was in a music group for quite a while, and then now he leads up the music ministry at a church. And my cousin, she has just a beautiful voice, and she I'm not completely sure, but I think she goes to college for singing. Like her, I think she might have like a scholarship or something for it. So I don't know. I don't know how they got all this musical talent, and I got the short end of that stick, but I do love to sing. And when I'm alone or with family, I definitely belt it out, but I can't do that to y'all because I care about you too much. I'm not ready to lose you as fans on here or my Tuesday night chats. I'm not ready for them to be empty. Sing us some Loretta Lynn. Oh man, that's a sore spot because she just passed away last week. I think she passed away last Tuesday, actually. So I think I remember seeing that right before I came on here. Or on here last week, but yeah, I don't know. That's sad though. I do like some Loretta, and I do like some Patsy Cline and some Linda Ronstadt. Oh my gosh, love Linda. The Uzi is awesome. AK is fun. Yes, definitely. Or maybe sing us some Winona Judd. You've just got all the ideas tonight, don't you? we will not be singing, but we'll think about it. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll take some music classes and we'll get back to this. Oh, that's not working. These darn staff badges. I'm so excited for my mom to get here tomorrow. She's coming up for emotional support. I'm not letting her work very much, but the emotional support I need. What does the patch on your hat say? Oh, is this a Humorex hat? Let's see. Yep, Humorex. Which they've got some fun stuff if you're not familiar with them. Are you? There's an Uzi megaphone. There needs to be a Spas 12 umbrella with a hook. That's money, Colton. You need to do that. If you don't do that, I'm gonna find somebody that can, and we'll figure this out together. The idea is recorded on here forever. So if I delete this live and nobody ever sees this, then they don't know, right? Anyway, that's a great idea. I think that needs to happen for sure. That would be hilarious. I would buy it. Disturbed's lead singer went to Milwaukee, Wisconsin at Instrumental Institute. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm learning things tonight. I didn't know. Well, I mean, I guess there's all sorts of like arts and music colleges and stuff, which is pretty cool. I don't actually know how many staff badges I need to stuff. I need to do some calculating and counting and stuff. I am very excited about how all these turned out, though. I can't remember if I showed y'all last week or if you even want to see my badges for things, but you don't have to be excited about badges. I know that I know it's probably not the most exciting thing looking at cardboard, but I'm excited. Oh, man. I don't know what's happening over on my phone right now, but there are a lot of notifications. Pretty crazy. Humorex air guns and the like, unless I'm tripping. Yeah, I don't know. Did I say that and then forget what I was talking about? I might have done that because I definitely get distracted pretty easily. But they've got some really exciting things like a grease gun that we just saw at IV8888. So cool, or at least I thought it was so cool. I am hoping that I have Humorex out for this event next year. If not, I definitely hope that I'm going to be able to work with them between now and then because I do have a couple of their things already, especially a couple of purchases that were made during the 2020 pandemic when ammo was so daggum hard to find. They had a Thompson. Anyway, yeah, I like them a lot. Humorex makes the only Luger air gun I can afford. Excuse me. I'm drying out. This water is not doing it. It's amazing how much when you talk so much, your voice and everything gets so dry. But yeah, they've got some awesome stuff. Humorex makes 22s also, don't they? I honestly don't know. I've never bought anything from them that wasn't an air gun, but or like a airsoft gun type deal. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have to look into that and get back to you. But I am a Humorex fan. Oh no, I ran out of little badges. Oh no, I didn't. Here we go. I got more. I appreciate y'all packing things with me. This is gonna be probably my life until I get tired enough to crash again. Ric Flair's first wrestling match was in Rise Lake, Wisconsin. That's cool. Wrestling note. I don't know how many of y'all keep up with wrestling on here. So I'm trying to gauge it before I decide if I want to fully geek out or not. If we need do we need like a secret signal of how we know for wrestling fans? Or do we just talk about it? What do we do? What will be the first sale at the show? What not first? What will be for sale at the show? Okay, so obviously there's entry, like admissions fee. So admissions fee to enter. I also have eyes and ears coming in case people forget them. It's just like $1 or $2 for eyes, just to have something. And that just covers the cost for me. So I do have eyes and ears that'll be for sale. I also have, unless we're talking about like fun stuff. So my vendors have some really great stuff. All I have for sale is like t-shirts, patches, eyes, ears, and all sorts of snacks and candy and drinks. Outside of that though, vendors, I've got, Suppressor Tools has some cool 3D printed stuff for suppressors. We've got, BRPs coming out. We've got all sorts of, ammunition companies coming out, all sorts of like military surplus or surplus parts, all sorts of stuff like that. I've got a couple of guys that do knives coming out. I've got a couple of bag companies coming out. What else we got? All sorts of stuff. Obviously, all of the companies I talked about, I don't know which ones are selling things at the event, but I know LMT Defense is bringing a trailer out here. They'll have stuff. Oh, no rapid fire Rachel stuff. I did not bring any of my merch at all because I did not have anybody like planned to sit there and handle it for me. I will be getting a website fixed after this event, and I will have my t-shirts on it finally. Right now, if you want one, you can find them at Ballistic Ink, but I'm actually getting them like revamped. So anyway, we can get t-shirts if we can't be there in person. So yeah, I didn't order a ton of t-shirts because honestly, I had no idea how to gauge like what the interest would be. So I will have event shirts for sale after the event, and I'll do another order and send them out. So yes. Yes is the answer. Vince McMahon stepped down after an undisclosed affair. Yeah, I know. And wrestling on WWE has never been better in a long time, which I'm personally very excited about. They brought back Braun Strowman. Love that because Adam is such a great person. Excited to have him. I was shocked when they let him go in the first place. I told you I'm going to geek out if we start talking about wrestling. But yeah, they've been doing a great job. And then obviously I've been keeping up with AEW and everything going on there. So it's pretty wild how like levels could just shift so fast in the wrestling world. Yeah. But yeah, Vince has stepped down, but Triple H is killing it. He's doing amazing. At least I think so. Oh man, I think this might be our longest live ever. What? AEW is in so much more trouble than WWE right now. It's not even funny. And honestly, it's like I'm rooting for them. Like I still try to at least at minimum turn the TV on Wednesdays. Well, we're in a complicated scenario here right now, right? So I am also a Survivor fan, and Wednesday nights, you know what that means. Survivor's on and AEW's on, and I think there's something else on. But anyway, it's a hard toss-up for me on which one I'm going to watch right now. We usually do go back and skim through the AEW matches and at least keep up with what's going on. But it's hard. It's hard. There's just there's so many things that aren't making sense right now in AEW, and so many like fights and like stuff happening in real life. It's wild. But yeah, they're definitely in some situations. Finn Balor seems to be getting a nice run. Yeah, he is, and it's been a while because I loved his character a while back, and it is nice to see him coming alive again and getting a lot of time because he went from main roster back down to NXT for a little while, and now he's back up and just killing it. I also love what they're doing with the music for them. Yeah. Max, you deleted your comment. Folks in AEW are stirring because they want to go work for Triple H. Yeah, it is crazy, right? It is crazy. Everybody left because it was so crazy at WWE, and now everything else is even crazier. Braun Strowman is also from Wisconsin. Is he from Wisconsin? I think he's from North Carolina, and then he has like maybe a house in Wisconsin or something. He very definitely has a tattoo of stretched out North Carolina on his arm. Either way, though, he's great, and he does a lot of stuff in the firearms industry too. So pretty cool. That's how I met him, and I've seen him. I actually met him in Vegas at SHOT Show, and then kept up with him. I see him from time to time at events, so it's pretty cool. I haven't watched wrestling since I was in high school. Max, what are you doing? Wrestling is alive. We're basically having like this generation's Monday Night Wars, essentially. At least that's how it feels like. Although it's not Monday nights we're fighting over. Right now it's, I don't know, just Top Dog. Nobody really has anything that overlaps unless SmackDown goes longer on a Friday or something. But still, it feels kind of like a Monday Night War because you don't really know what's going to happen, and sometimes the pay-per-views overlap. Braun Strowman is from Wisconsin, just bought 60 acres in northern Wisconsin. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I knew he was building a house. So anyway, that's pretty cool. I'm getting these badges done. I'll probably do like just a couple more minutes on here, and then I may let y'all go for the evening. But I really appreciate you entertaining me tonight. He went, goodness. I keep seeing my phone blinking over in the side. I'm surprised I haven't gotten more distracted. Also, sorry, this is going to be loud. There we go. Oh, that caught my hair. I watched WWE Extreme Rules last Sunday with a friend, and I think that's the first time I've ever watched any WWE. Really? Wow. Well, you picked a good time to come back in. It's just really wild when you look back. So a lot of times we'll go back and watch like old matches. And when I say we, I'm talking about my husband and I. It's just kind of wild to see how different things were, like even just 3 years ago or 5 years ago. And it's fun to like watch the rise of different people's characters and stuff. I don't know. I love it. I love watching people's dreams come true. It's just so cool. Braun went from 385 down to 335. He looks to be in great shape. He looks great. Absolutely great. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for his run now that he's doing. There's a lot of stuff that he could be getting into. And that's the side of me that's like the creative side is making my own matches up in my head. So I don't know. I'm excited to see where it goes for him. I'm just excited that he's back. Because like I said, I thought it was bogus whenever they cut him in the first place. Because he had such a great character. But yeah, anyway. And the kids loved him. How are you going to cut the characters that the kids love? Like, that's just not right. I did not guess that we were going to get this deep into wrestling tonight, but wrestling, machine guns, what else? Potato chip, whatever. I'm heading to bed soon. Have a good night and good luck with the shoot. Thank you so much. We're very excited, and I appreciate you being on here and helping stimulate the conversation and trying to push me into singing, which we're not going to do. But anyway, have a great night. I'm actually probably going to follow you. Really my only excuse here is that my voice is just tired. And I could keep rambling or I could keep stuffing envelopes or badge holders, but I'm sure that wouldn't be very fun for y'all if I got quiet. So I think I am going to wrap it up here. I appreciate you all for being on here and chatting with me and listening to me ramble about things and stuff and wrestling and food. So I hope you all have a very great evening. And next time I see you, we are going to be post-event, which is just crazy to think about. Also, I just saw Braun versus Omos at Saudi Arabia, and then the Wyatt 6. Somebody else has creative ideas too. Rachel, you're the best rambler. I appreciate that. I'm gonna get a shirt or something. Thank you so much for all the well wishes and the good lucks, and I'll take, like I said, all the prayers I can get for this. And I'm gonna have to go get some coffee for this place because we're gonna need all the caffeine we can get. But yeah, thanks for being on here, guys, and I look forward to talking to y'all next Tuesday, post event. If I survive, and if I'm not sleeping or hibernating for the next month, which I'm not going to, I'm gonna come on here and talk to y'all. But that, or if you want to see range layout and everything tomorrow, I am gonna try to go live on Instagram and run through everything on there. And until then, I'll see y'all next week and check you later. Good night. Also very excited about Bray Wyatt coming back. I thought it was a great revamp. And now I'm going to bed. Good night. The last comment.